Maverick.
Did you just say Maverick?
Maverick.
So this is my Maverick story. So my neighbor Brian was like, when we went and saw Doctor Strange 2, we both saw the trailer for Maverick, and we were both just like, holy fuck, like I want to see this movie so badly. And he was like, I can't wait to see this movie, right? So like you were like, yeah, I saw it with my dad, and I was like, okay, great. And then I was like, you know what? Dude, have you seen it yet? He was out of town. He came back in, and I said, have you seen it yet? He said, no, was it awesome? And I said, that's just it. I haven't seen it yet. Would you like to see it? And originally I'd said like Sunday that just passed.
Yeah.
He goes, no, I'm busy Sunday. So I said, okay, well, what about Tuesday? And he goes, yeah, Tuesday, fine. Buy the tickets. Everything's good, right? And about midway through Tuesday, he's just like, I'm stuck out in the bush. I don't know if I'll be able to make it back in time for 7. You know, is there anyone else that can go with you? Do you want, like, did you already buy the tickets? Do you want to, you know, I can e-transfer you the money. I was like, dude, I don't really care. Like, just, you know, the movie's at 7. Just do your best. Like, get there whenever you can type of thing. He's just like, yeah, but I'll be in my bush gear. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Just, if you can show up, show up. So, of course, you know, it's all electronic, right? So I got the email. The worst part is it wasn't in the AVX. So
yeah, it's not now. Yeah.
Yeah. So even though you can pre-purchase the tickets and you have your seats or whatever, they do it a little bit differently, because like with AVX, you get like separate tickets, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas when you do it in a regular theater, it's just one email with both tickets, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I thought was really weird.
See, I usually buy mine off the app, and then it gives me the tickets on the app.
Well, that's what I did. I bought it on the app.
Yeah.
But it gives me the one email, but both tickets were in, right?
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah. So, because my thought process was, what I'll do is, like, if you're not there by 7,
yeah,
then I'll go in, and then I'll send you the ticket. You can just come in afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the way they do it that way, so I go in to scan, and then the guy's about to scan the second one, and I was like, hold on a second, my buddy's going to be coming a little bit later, so I'm just going to send this to him, and then, you know, he'll come by later whenever he can. And he's just like he literally was like, I don't think that we can do that. And I was like, but like, what do you mean? Like, I can't send him the ticket? And he's just like, I was like, okay, well, you know what? It's still early. Like I was there like 5 to 7, right? Okay. So like, you know what? It's still early, so I'll go wait for him, and then you know, I'll be back in a bit, right? So I come back, and I just like, okay, well, you know what? He's not here yet, so I'm gonna go in. But like, you sure there's no way I can just send him this? And he's just like, no, but I'll tell you what I can do. You leave, like, you just tell him to see me, and you know, leave his name, and then I'll know that you know, that you already paid for the tickets or whatever. And I was just like, oh, okay, fine. He's like, yeah, okay. And then I'm like, would you like his name? He's like, oh yeah, I would. I was like, okay, so his name's Brian Douglas. And so when he shows up, you just send him on in. And of course, like, I message you know, Laura, his wife, and I message him both, like, just in case he doesn't get this, but it's, you know, movie theater 3, it's D1 and D2. The guy at the ticket checker guy knows, like, I left your name there, so he knows that you're to come later, right? So anyway, I go in, I watch the movie. I watch the official trailer for Mission Impossible. Not the trailer, but the actual official trailer. So like 2023, I'm done with 2022 now. Like, let's just fast forward to 2023 July, so I can watch Dead Reckoning Part 1. Yeah. I don't like that it's Dead Reckoning Part 1, but regardless, I can't wait for that movie. Like, I really absolutely can't wait for that fucking movie. But anyway, so long story short, he doesn't get out of the bush until like 9, eh?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, like, after about, like, I was checking my phone, right?
Yeah.
But after like half hour into the movie, I was like, well, you know what, like whatever. It is what it is, right? So of course he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, like, the beer's on me or whatever. And I was like, dude, like, it's not a big deal. Shit happens. You know what? Like, to be honest, once I have access to the movie on my Plex shared server, you're more than welcome to come over and watch the movie. Or, like if you want to buy tickets before it goes out of the theater, I'll be more than happy to go see that movie again, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, I went to that movie, saw it all by myself. And I was like, I think the fifth or sixth person in the whole theater that had a mask on. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Was it a pretty full crowd in there still?
Yeah, it was still pretty packed.
Yeah.
Packed. Yeah.
That movie's bringing in cash. Holy shit.
And so my theory for that is kind of, I think it's because it's the same thing for James Bond, where this movie skews older.
Yeah.
But this movie came out at a point where now people don't care about, people are officially done with COVID. So it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now, like, that's one of the reasons why this is making so much money. And like, not to knock No Time to Die, because it made a shit ton of money considering the circumstances, but it would have made more had it been similar circumstances like this.
If it would have came out later, it would, for sure.
Yeah. So, but having said that, guys, this is a long, interesting opening, which I'm sure you're used to by now, for a movie called Top Gun Maverick. Come out in 2022. Budget a measly $170 million. And as of today, it's currently at $901 million, which is bonkers. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
insane.
Bonkers. I'm a huge fan of Tom Cruise movies. Okay. I knew that this was going to be good. I knew this was going to do really well, but I did not think that it was going to be 901 million this well. Okay.
No way in hell did I think
and
it would touch
also, this hits $1 billion. I'll be amazed.
Oh, this
if this $1 billion.
Yeah. This is
I will be
guaranteed for $1 billion.
floored if it doesn't hit $1 billion. Okay. Because like we just talked about, first of all, we're talking about a sequel that's like, what, 30 years old?
36.
36 years old. Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Then on top of that, it skews older mainly because of that, because most of the people that seen this are in their 60s, 50s to 60s, right?
Yep.
Like some of us, like you and I, we watch it later on, right? Because of rentals and shit like that. But yeah, no, I would never have guessed that. Also, out of all the movies he's ever done, this is like the biggest opening he's ever had.
Yeah.
Period. This is also one of the highest grossing films he's ever had, period. And like, it's not like his other movies do garbage numbers. They all do really good numbers.
Yeah.
But nothing like this. So this is just unprecedented for this movie. Unprecedented. Okay. Now, having said that, the director, Joseph Kosinski, which I was like, that name's unfamiliar to me. And then, of course, I did some digging, and he did Tron Legacy, which was awesome. He also did Oblivion, another Tom Cruise movie, which was also awesome.
Awesome movie.
More awesome visually, not so much for the story, but it was still, story was good enough.
Yeah.
But the visuals for Oblivion were incredible. We saw that in the theater. That was awesome.
Oblivion is insane. So good.
Screenplay by Aaron Kruger, Eric Warren Singer, and Christopher McQuarrie, who I actually thought directed the movie.
Yeah.
Because, like, fuck, ever since Rogue Nation, it seemed like he's only ever directed Tom Cruise movies after that.
Yeah.
Because it was Rogue Nation, and it was Jack Reacher 2, and then it was Fallout, and then, of course, the next two Mission Impossible movies, the last two, I should say, or at least the last two with Tom Cruise as the lead of the franchise.
Yes. Yeah.
For now, because apparently, because like Ghost Protocol was supposed to be the one where he
hung up,
said,
Yeah,
where he
that
like
was it.
did the tip off to Jeremy Renner, but then it did like blockbuster numbers, and they were like, no. Ethan Hunt can still do this, which is fine. I'm not going to complain. Anyway,
Yeah.
so story was done by Peter Craig and Justin Marks. Now the cast is huge, so bear with me. It's deceptively huge because you only really hang out with like fucking 10 people, but it's a huge cast.
It's a giant cast.
Topping the list, we've got Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell, played by Tom Cruise, naturally. Lieutenant Bradley Rooster Bradshaw, who is the son of Goose. I'm going to try to pronounce this name correctly, but it's really hard because I see the name and I want to pronounce it Penelope Penny Benjamin. What movie's that from, buddy boy?
Wow, man.
Come on.
Is that Will Ferrell?
No. I'll give you a hint. Broken Lizard. Come on.
Oh,
it's the follow-up after Super Troopers.
Club Dread.
There you go. There you go. Penelope. Anyway, Penelope Penny Benjamin, the former love interest, played by Jennifer Connelly. Vice Admiral Bo Cyclone Simpson, who's played by John Hamm.
Yep.
We've got Lieutenant Jake Hangman Saracen, who is a mission candidate and essentially the Iceman character for this.
Essentially.
For Reboot Quill. He was played by Glenn Powell. We've got Rear Admiral Chester Hammer Kane. By the way, these nicknames are all awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
So at Rear Admiral Chester Hammer Kane, played shockingly by Ed Harris.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I was like, at first I was like, is that fucking Peter Wellers? And then I was like, no, that's Ed Harris. Holy shit. But anyway, moving along. Then we've got, speaking of Iceman, Admiral Tom Iceman Zizanski, once again played by Val Kilmer. And I like all the reviews were saying like the stuff they did with Val Kilmer was just so perfect and on point. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I watched it and I was like, yep, this is perfect and on point. It's beautiful send off. Beautiful send off.
It's a send off to Iceman, but it's probably a send off to Val too. And I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is beautiful. That's all I can say. Gorgeous is another one that's a good one. I like that. So then we've got Lieutenant Natasha Phoenix Trace, was one of the standouts for me. Most of the mission candidates were standouts for me, though. So she was played by Monica Barbero. Okay. Where am I on this list? We've got Rear Admiral Solomon Warlock Bates, which is probably one of the coolest names in the whole cast. And that was played by Charles Parnell. We've got Lieutenant Ruben Payback Fitch, another mission candidate, Jay Ellis. We've got Lieutenant Mickey Fanboy Garcia, another mission candidate, played by Danny Ramirez. This one flew under the radar for me until I saw the end credit and they gave his last name.
Yeah.
So Lieutenant Robert Bob Floyd, another mission candidate, played by Lewis Pullman, who is the son of Bill Pullman.
Yeah. Is that nuts?
When I saw the name, as soon as I saw the name and they showed his face, I'm like, I bet you that's his son. And I, didn't bother Googling it because I knew I was going to do this today. And then I did it. I was like, fucking right. I was right. I was right. And it was nuts. It was nuts. Then we've got Lieutenant Javi Coyote Mikado, mission candidate, played by, this is one of the coolest names ever, Greg Tarzan Davis. You're chuckling, but that is some sweet shit. Okay?
That's a sweet name, man.
I'm telling you, if my middle name was Tarzan, that's how I would introduce myself. I'd be like, yeah, my name is Christopher Tarzan Mercier.
Yeah.
And if people would be like, oh, nice to meet you, Christopher, I'd be like, nice to meet you, Christopher Tarzan Mercier. That's how I would like you
all of it
to say my name. And then they would go, well, that Christopher Tarzan Mercy is a douchebag. And I'd be like, yeah, but you're saying my name properly. That's all I ask. So now we've got Chief Warrant Officer 4, Bernie Hondo Coleman.
A Hondo.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. That's played by Bashir Salahuddin. And this is Maverick's like best friend or one of his best friends.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of friends in this movie.
They're awesome together in this movie.
Yeah, they are. They're really good. I don't like that look, Maverick. It's the only one I got. Lieutenant Billy Fritz Avalon, mission candidate, played by Manny Jacinto. And finally, Lieutenant Neil. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, I got a few more. Never mind. Lieutenant Neil Omaha Vikander, mission candidate, played by Jake Schumacher. Lieutenant Brigham Harvard Lennox, mission candidate, played by Jake Picking. Lieutenant Logan Yale Lee, mission candidate, Raymond Lee. Lieutenant Callie Hallow Bassett, mission candidate, played by Kara Wang. We're getting there. Amelia Benjamin, who plays Penny's daughter, Liliana Ray. And finally, Sarah Kazansky, Iceman's wife, Jean Lovisa Kelly. It's the best movie I've seen all year. It's the best movie I've seen all year. You said it was like the best movie you've seen all year. I have to agree. It's the best movie I've seen all year. And I have to say, it's one of the best movies I've seen in recent memory.
I would say this is probably one of the best sequels in history.
When we talk like Lego sequels or rebootfuls or whatever, this is right up there. This is one of the best. This is absolutely, I'm putting it right up there with like Jurassic World, The Force Awakens. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm putting it up there with Matrix Resurrection. No, never mind. I was just kidding. That's a garbage fucking movie. I feel bad for everybody in that movie. Every single one of you in that movie, I feel bad for you. Good for you as a paycheck. Other than that, there's no benefit from that movie. Anyway, regardless,
you should have said
this movie was awesome. But I will say, I feel kind of silly because I should have realized this. But part of the plot of this movie is basically, or theme of this movie is fathers and sons and death and the legacy. So as a guy who's still fresh from losing his father, there was a couple of parts I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't expect this. And I should have. Obviously we're talking about the son of Goose, so there's that aspect and the legacy and all this. But even like just in general, like there's a lot of like just father-son dynamics in here, and even like with Rooster and then of course Maverick and their relationship. But overall, I powered through. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't shed any tears, but I came close a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie, because it's still fresh. And of course, it's Father's Day weekend. That was another one. This is a fucking hard weekend. I knew it was gonna be hard, but it was one of those like I didn't think it was this hard. Like I said to Michelle, I was gonna wish your dad happy Father's Day, and then I just I just couldn't do it. I just, and I feel bad about it. I felt bad about her dad too. I gave him a late happy Father's Day. Of course, I apologize for it being late, but but anyway, I powered through, and I'm glad I did because this fucking movie's awesome. Like it's so fucking awesome. It's so good.
You know what? I was talking to Trevor about it because this is his favorite movie of the year too. And he said he got the feeling when he watched Gravity for the first time, how it was more of an experience than a movie itself. And I was like, yes, I felt like I was in the cockpit of these fucking things.
Yes.
Like,
It
holy
didn't
shit.
feel like I was watching. You're right. I felt like I was experiencing.
Yeah.
And like, I knew I was going to be in for an experience. Okay. Because I saw the trailers and it looked incredible.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is, he's crazy. He's a fucking lunatic and he's a Scientologist and all those things. But that guy is a proponent for movies to be seen in the cinema.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how happy I am to see these numbers, because he was going to war with Paramount where he's like, don't fucking put this movie in streaming. I don't want you, like, do it later.
Yeah.
Don't do it 45 days like everyone else. I don't even like at this point. I'm saying don't even do it in 3 months' time.
No.
Wait
No.
until it actually gets to a point where people are stopped seeing it, because this movie's going to do $1 billion. And if it was streaming within the first 45 days,
Yeah.
it would be killed. It would kill all of this.
Yeah.
And absolutely kill all of this. And this is a movie that absolutely has to be seen in the theater. If I didn't see this in the theater, I would be fucking disappointed. I'd be like, yeah, it's great on my TV with my sound bar. It's awesome. But
I'm so happy you got to see it on the big screen. When you told me you were going to watch it last night, I actually thought you were watching it on TV. Like, I didn't think you were going to the movies. So, like, when you started this thing, you went to the movies. I was like, oh, yes, I'm so happy you got to see it on the big screen.
I told Michelle too, yeah, I was kind of bummed to see it by myself, but at the same time, I was like, I was seeing it regardless.
Yeah.
You know, like there's going to be those movies where I've said to Michelle, where I was like, honestly, there's going to be movies I don't care. I'll see by myself. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and that's where I'm at too now. Like, I love the theater. I love movies. If someone can't come with me, whatever, I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not taking it for granted again. Like, after COVID and me not going to the movies for a whole fucking year, I like, if a movie comes out now and I want to see, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, and that's how I am too. But also, having said that, don't be afraid to reach out to your buddy Chris, even if it's late Tuesday night. You can just say, hey, you want to see a movie? Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. If I knew you were by yourself last night, I would have showed up.
Yeah. And they'd be like, I'm Brian Douglas.
Fucking definitely, I will watch this again in the theater. I actually, I want to see it again before it's out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I might let Brian know. Like, I just like next time if you're free, let me know, because I honestly think you should see this in the theater.
Yeah.
Because fuck, but like, there's so many things that are just so refreshing about this movie. One of the things that really struck me was that Tom Cruise is like staring at 60, right? Jennifer Connelly isn't that much younger than he is.
No, she's mid-50s. So yeah, they're in the same ballpark.
Like, I was floored that the love interest wasn't 20 years, 30 years, 40 years younger. You know, because like every year I get older, when I see these movies, like, well, I remember the first time I watched Entrapment, and my first major issue with Entrapment was the age difference, like the disgusting age difference. And I said that, I was like, really? Like, I know it's Sean Connery, but like, it's not Sean Connery 40 years ago. It's Sean Connery today.
But then she went and married Michael Douglas. So you're like, oh, I guess that's just her type.
Well, yeah. And you're like, okay, well, like, you know what? It does retroactively make sense that this could be a thing.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was just like, I just can't do this. And it is becoming a thing where more, like, I know, like, now because it's more prevalent, or no, it's people are more aware, you know, but even like Laura Dern was saying, like, at the time, she didn't think anything of it, that her and Sam Neill was a 20-year difference, because that was just the industry. She said, like, you know, I never thought anything of it, but yeah, you're right. Like, it's fucking weird. Like, it shouldn't, you know, and you're like, I didn't realize that was a 20-year difference, because
I had no idea.
She didn't look like she did look his age. She didn't at all look his age, or in his age group.
He didn't look that old. She didn't look that young. I mean, they looked around.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
So,
like, it was just that, like, interesting aspect where he didn't look too old. Although even now, I'm just like, fuck, buddy. Like, some of these guys are vampires.
He looks so good in the new movie.
But getting back, so that part, I thought, like, it was age appropriate. So I was stunned by that.
Yeah.
The chemistry between the two was off the charts.
Chemistry was incredible. Like, incredible.
Off the charts.
His chemistry with her in this is better than his chemistry with Kelly McGinnis in the first movie. And like they said, with her not coming back for this, the only person that could possibly have Maverick have a relationship with would be Penny Benjamin, because he had a relationship with her in the first movie.
Exactly.
And I was like, that totally makes sense. Off and on for 40 years.
It totally made sense. But so that was awesome. Even just that whole, like, you got Maverick just kind of living, like existing, not really living. He's existing.
Yeah.
And everyone's saying, like, dude, you should have been like a 4-star admiral at this point, and you're just a captain,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And he's like doing test runs for the government to try and get things up to like Mach 10 and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he's still breaking the rules and stuff, but then eventually it just bites him in the ass. And luckily, Iceman rescues him and like basically says, like, you gotta do this because you got nothing else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, like I know it's only like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It felt like it was over.
Gone in a flash.
Like right when I was like, I can't believe the movie's over, I was just like, holy fuck, like I can watch this again right now.
Fuck, I thought they're gonna kill him for a moment. I really did. I had that feeling.
I actually
when
thought
he was talking
gonna...
to Rooster, and he said, "Well, we'll talk when we get back." And I just like, I felt like he's gonna fucking sacrifice him to save Rooster.
I thought he was gonna die long before that.
Yeah.
The second that they had the like when he was training them, and he was saying like, I should lead the mission, and they were like, no, we want you to train them. I was like, yeah, he's somehow gonna end up in this mission and he's gonna die. Yeah. There's no way he's living through this, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, like when he had that conversation with Brewster, I was like, oh, what's going to happen is it's going to be the reverse. It's going to be, instead of Rooster dying, he's going to die, and it's going to absolve him. He's going to die saving Rooster.
Mm-hmm.
So then it absolves him of the guilt that he had for not saving Goose.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, Rooster would find out that the reason why he was fucking with his career was because his mom was like, don't let him do this. Don't let him do this. Right. Yeah. But that's another thing too. Like, I love when Penny's just like, so why did you do it? And he was just like, his mom didn't want him to be a pilot.
He already hated me. No point in
hating me. He already hated me. I didn't want her. What was the point of having him resent her too? And I was just like, my God, like, he's such an insanely good actor too.
He really is.
Like, fuck, man, like he's so good. Like, and you know, for a guy like Tom Cruise to play, like, sure, it's not like Maverick's a loser by any means.
Yeah.
But he is kind of a loser. Like, you know, they keep saying it, like, I don't know what the fuck is your problem, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, oh fuck, man, like, you know what, one of my favorite parts of this whole movie was when Cyclone, Ham's character, was just like, you're done. You're done. All you've done is tell these kids that this mission can't be done, that it's impossible. That's not what I wanted. So you're out, you know? Mm-hmm. And then immediately when he takes over, he's basically saying, like, oh, some of you are going to die.
Yeah.
You know, like, even when originally when like Maverick is saying, like, well, no, we all have to get back. And Ham's just kind of like, yeah, they know what they're signing up for. Not everyone comes home. You know, that kind of shit. And Maverick's just like, oh, but so anyway, getting back to my favorite part is when, you know, he's saying to Penny, he's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. And she's just like, you'll fix this. You'll figure something out. And then he literally fucking steals the jet to show them that not only can it be done,
the course,
but it can be done in 2:15.
Yeah.
And this was like right after they sat there and said, okay, so here's the thing. We're going to lengthen the time. So it's 4 minutes. And they're like immediately, but hold on, they'll be after us before then. We'll be there too long. Not only that, we're going to increase the elevation. And they're like, we're all going to die. Like, this is insane. We can't do this. And then Maverick shoots in and fucking does it. And 2:15 nails it. The whole thing. I was just like, fuck, yes.
Yeah. And all the students are just like, holy fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I was...
yeah, sure. You know, what was it? Fighter pilot football was a great way to build the team and get them as a team, you know, and testing them and fucking just annihilating them. Like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Like, all of that was great. But when he sat there and was like, no, I got to show them it's possible. And he does it. I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome. This is so awesome. Oh, and then when they made him team leader, I was like, oh yeah, so he's dead. He's totally He's totally fucking dead for sure. There's no way.
And then
He's
when the
not-
plane went down, I was like, for fuck's sake. And then when you see he's alive,
he's definitely not going to be in Top Gun Rooster's Revenge.
I was like, of course he's on the ground. He's got to run. Tom Cruise has got to run.
Well, and that's, you know how funny it is that, like, out of all, like, he ran for that one little stint.
Yeah.
So the entire, aside from the football scene, the entire he's either on a motorcycle,
yeah,
or in a jet, or walking. Like a normal stroll. And so yeah, of course, like they had the run, but I was like, holy fuck. But when I knew Rooster was gonna go back,
yeah,
I knew Rooster was gonna go back, but I was like, how the fuck, like, how are they gonna get out of this one? You know, and then they steal the fucking plane.
The old ones from the fucking first movie.
The F-14, and he's just like, yeah, we're okay. We're all right, you know, and
Rooster's like, what the hell do I do? I don't know. That was your dad's department.
yeah, that was your dad's job. So figure it out. It honestly, like I was saying with Doctor Strange, I love that the character progression. So by the end of the movie, and don't get me wrong, I was rooting for Doctor Strange all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a clear-cut character progression where, like, he's willing to step back and let someone else take control, right?
Yeah.
And I was pumped by the end of that movie. But this movie left me pumped, like left me so pumped. Like I was just like, oh fuck, like, yeah, you know what? We can get through everything. We can do it all. You know, like I was just like, fuck yeah. Like it was such a happy ending. And my favorite part is that, like, nobody died.
No.
The entire team came back. And that's exactly what Maverick wanted. He wanted the entire team to come back. And that's they did his mission.
Yep.
And then when it went to shit, it's still like the fucking, what's his face? Hangman too. And I knew Hangman was going to do it.
Oh, you
I
knew it. You knew
the
it.
Second he was like,
when he
I'm
was
going to go. And they
about
were
all
like,
the
no.
troubles, he was like,
When they were all just like, no, you can't. If you go, you're fucked. And I knew it. And the second that it was like that last second shot was awesome.
Yeah.
The missile goes and then they all explode. I was like, yes. Oh, it's so fucking awesome.
I know. I was pumped the whole movie.
Yeah. I mean, like, and the cinematography was incredible. Like, never mind the flying scenes, which are like on another level, but just the long shots, the establishing shots, the scenery, like everything about this movie was beautiful. I mean, fuck, when he touches, like when he lands and he's in snow,
yeah,
totally changed the atmosphere of the movie. I was just like, this is just so good.
Yeah, when he was
everything felt organic, nothing felt rushed. I mean, you knew by the end of the movie that Rooster and Maverick were going to make up.
Yeah.
But it wasn't rushed at all. It wasn't, everything was allowed to breathe in a 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 14 minutes, 2 hours and 14 minutes. And yet nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt forced. Even Penny, the relationship with Penny wasn't instant. It happened organically. And then by the end of the movie, you were just like, this is great.
Her
like,
daughter was great in it too.
Everyone was great.
When her daughter was like, you better not hurt her this time, or don't hurt her again, or something
when
like
he
that.
sneaks out and then they make eye contact and he's just like, just don't hurt her this time. And he's just like, okay. I was like, oh man, this is fucking, it's just so good. And this is the only movie, and I heard this. I read an article where people were saying, like, it's the only movie that Tom Cruise has done where he doesn't hide his height.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
There's no trick photography. He's not like wearing lifts, or the actors aren't like spreading their legs so that they all seem like he's of their height. He's visibly shorter than Miles Teller. He's visibly shorter than almost everyone in this movie, and I was just like, man, like that is so fucking cool that he did that.
Yeah,
because he's never done that before, and that's the thing. Like, apparently, like, nobody brings up his height, even though everyone knows he's short. But he doesn't bring it up. He doesn't talk about it. He doesn't joke about it. It's not like me where I mean, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like, it's not like every day I'm celebrating the fact that I'm short. There are some days where I'm just like, Ugh. But those are also the same days where I'm like, you're an old fat fuck, Chris, and you're short, and one of those days where you can't get out of your negative space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those days suck.
Those are the best. What are you talking about? I love those
So
days.
fun. You know what the worst part is when you actually sit there and go like, don't do this. I don't want to have a day like this. But it's too late.
It just keeps building, and it's too late.
And next thing you know, you say something to your wife that you shouldn't have said regardless, and then of course you're like, so the whole day is ruined.
Yeah.
And not only that, you've ruined someone else's day, and you're just like, look at me, I'm the coolest. Oh, those are the worst. But anyway, getting back to this. So yeah, I hands down, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Like just solidly great all the way through.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I mean, Tom Cruise is on a roll, man. Like
I have a feeling
was my favorite movie that year. This is gonna hands down be my favorite probably for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I have a feeling
Dead Reckoning next year. Oh,
I think this is his going out with a bang. I think it's gonna be Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
7, Mission Impossible 8 the next. Yeah, it's the next year. Then
his SpaceX movie if it happens, and then I think
sorry, go on.
I think that's it. Like I think Top Gun 2 after 34, 36 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
When you see a guy do that, he's getting ready to hang it up, like to finally, because people have been asking for like 20 plus years for Top Gun 2.
I honestly think, it's, I'm more inclined to think that it's more or less the fact that he's going to step away from the Mission Impossible franchise.
Yeah.
That I think is the biggest signifier, but no, yeah, you're right. Cause he could have done Top Gun Maverick anytime.
Yeah, he says he was waiting for like technology to catch up to what he wanted it to be, which is probably true.
Well, yeah, for a guy like him, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case.
But I don't know. What they did with this movie is perfect.
I said to Michelle, it's a shame that you hate Tom Cruise, but you also have I said height issues, but I meant to but you also have fear of heights. Because even if she liked Tom Cruise, she wouldn't watch this movie because how could you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's you get paranoid pretty easily with some of these shots.
Well, just being afraid of heights. Like we're talking about flying in jets and then falling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. The training montages, the school, the candid, everything about this movie is awesome. I mean, like I said too, you could probably nitpick, but I don't care.
You probably could. And why would I want to? Because
go right ahead. Show, and you go ahead and even just say, hey, but this, and this, and I'll go, you know what? That's great. I don't care.
Yeah. This is my first movie of the year where it's like day one, I'm buying on Blu-ray. Day one.
Yeah.
As soon as it's on the shelf, I'm going to get it.
I knew I was buying it when I first saw the trailer. Because I knew right away I was going to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
And then I knew I was going to buy it, but I did not think that I was going to like it this much.
Yeah. I didn't think I would like it this much either.
I knew I was going to like it. I knew I was going to love it, but I didn't think this is going to be like already one of my favorite movies, period. Yeah. It was so good. And it's not like I was a huge Top Gun fan.
No, I rewatched the first before this and it hasn't aged the greatest. It's pretty sexist and
I mean it's a huge product of his time.
Big time.
Talking about that though, I thought this was kind of interesting. Paramount actually had said we're not going to go back into our library and edit our movies because of the way they were made in that time period.
Yeah.
Because we're just not going to do that. And I was like, yeah, good. Don't do that.
Good.
If you're going to remake a movie,
history is history. I mean,
yeah.
What they say, don't erase it, learn from it.
Well, that's exactly it, right? But so if you're going to remake the movie, then remake the movie. and then remake it however you want to make it. So if you want to make it so that this horrible, sexist, racist, homophobic movie from the 80s, you remake it, then yeah, do it. Go right ahead, but don't go back and rewrite those movies. Leave it.
Yeah.
Just don't watch it.
Yeah. Simple.
Like they did that with Dumbo. Like in Dumbo, you had the racist crows, super racist caricature of the crows in the animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't in this movie. They were in the live action remake.
No.
Because why would they be? It's just horrible. But, I don't rewatch the Dumbo cartoon and go, this whole movie's wrecked because of those racist crows. I get it. I understand. Okay. I mean, I understand as well as a man who's white could.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, really, let's be real here. I only understand to a certain point. I've experienced racism maybe 5-6 times my entire life. And it was just one of those.
I'm probably on one hand for sure. Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to say 5-6, maybe 20. I know I was called white bread. And it was literally like I was, remember the East End Bridge?
Yep.
So I had to babysit. So I was walking up the East End Bridge. And as I was walking up, I was heading home. So as I was walking down to head to Ogden, just 2 native girls who were younger than me walked by me. And one of them was just like, yeah, you white bread piece of shit. And you know what my reaction was? My reaction was, did she just call me a white bread? Like I stopped and I was just like, oh, okay. And then I just kind of went about my day, and it's always struck me because it's like the only time I ever called like an actual racial slur.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I was incredulous. I was like, oh,
I don't know how to react to this.
All right. But then again, I also didn't have to go through the systemic racism that other people have had to go through.
Yeah.
So that one instance that I can recall, it doesn't mean I know what it's like at all by any means. But yeah, I don't advocate rewriting that stuff. But yeah, I haven't rewatched Top Gun, and one of the reasons was because I thought when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is a cool movie, like it's awesome, blah blah blah. But it was definitely one of those movies where I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know how well this will hold up.
It's a product of its time, 100%. I enjoyed revisiting it because I had that special memory of my dad getting his first surround sound system and showing his Top Gun VHS to every fucking person that came over.
Actually, that was the first time I watched that movie.
Yeah, 100% it would have been. Probably the first time you saw Beverly Hills Cop too, because that was the other one he played all the time on the sound system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Beverly Hills Cop and Top Gun.
Nope. I did not watch Beverly Hills Cop 1 with him because I watched Beverly Hills Cop 2 first.
Oh, okay.
And that one was my mom had taped it on VHS. So like we had cable or whatever, and we had satellite at the time, and it was on, and she had taped it. So that's how I watched it. It wasn't until a couple years, I want to say about maybe, oh yeah, that's right, because I'm 39. So probably about 20 years ago that I watched Beverly Hills Cop 1. No, that's not true. I did watch it at your dad's place, but because I was so young.
Yeah.
When I watched Beverly Hills Cop 2, for some reason I kept getting the two mixed up. It wasn't until I was older that I was like, oh wait, no. Beverly Hills Cop 2 was the one I saw first. But second. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad, that sound system, though, holy fuck.
That was a sweet sound system. I remember the whole place was roaring and then friggin' Danger Zone be blasting. And
well, that and it's like, and that was the other thing, that they opened with the actual original Danger Zone.
Yeah.
Not a remade version or
the credits were identical to the first movie's credits. Identical. Friggin' so good.
Yeah. But anyway, getting back to your dad's sound system, between that and then the layout of your house. Yeah. Because this was on Government Road.
Yeah.
So, because I remember, because it was, you come in, you go upstairs. Yeah, there was the basement, which
Basement
is
was
essentially
down.
laundry, and then the kids, the
Yeah.
boys. Actually, it was boys essentially,
Yeah.
because it was fucking all your toys, the Nintendo. Oh yeah, fuck, that was crazy. And then of course you go up, hang a right.
That'd be
There's
the
the
living
living room.
room. Yeah. With the sound system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember actually finding out your mom. Your mom was the first woman I knew played video games because she was into Tetris.
Yeah. And way
And
better than us at Tetris.
oh, well, it's just like Stacy, Ryan's
Yeah.
wife. I play games, right?
Yeah.
I watched her play Tetris, and it's insane. She's insanely good at Tetris, and not only is she insanely good at Tetris, but she's insanely good at Tetris while under the influence of alcohol. Like she got past level 13, and I'm like, I don't even like, and I'm a seasoned gamer, right?
Yeah.
At that point, like now when it's button mashing, well, you annihilate me on button mashing. But yeah, she was just like, I was like, I don't know how do you even think fast enough to make lines? Because it's just
Right?
like,
I don't get that.
and I'm like thinking like, is this just random? But it's not. It's just their brains, for whatever reason, saw Tetris and was like, yes. So like it almost, I picture, like scenes with the Flash, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's moving so slowly, or no, he's moving so fast that it appears like he's like just line here, and it's just everything works together. But yeah, fuck yeah. So that it blew my mind. Needless to say, it blew my mind that your mom was like not only playing video games,
Yeah.
but Tetris master. I don't think that's like I think it was only that, or was it Mario? Dr. Mario was another one she played.
She tried that one out too. Yeah, we had that one too.
Yeah, but it was
but
only
Tetris,
those type of games. Only those
Tetris
type
was
of
on
games. Nothing
another
else.
level. I mean, level 13, level 14.
Yeah.
I think she made it up to 16 or 17 actually. And you can't even see it. How are you?
Stacy was the same way. If I remember correctly, she was at around the 15, 16, or like not at the time because of course she had been drinking, but let alone like getting to level 13.
It's a
when
flash
you're
of light. How are you even comprehending where to put these pieces?
Oh man. Memories. But yeah, so yeah, once again, it's just a fucking great movie.
Amazing film. I can't wait to watch it again.
Chances are this will be one of the camcasts that we get like 5,000 views on, because we don't normally do camcasts like this. I think it's the only like non like geek movie that we've ever done.
We've done a few. We've done a few non-geek ones.
Like what?
I mean, Hereditary wasn't really a geek movie, was it?
No, but that's a horror flick, and that kind of does dive into the
kind of crisscross. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say like we did the John Wick ones, but I would say those definitely get into the geek area.
Mm-hmm,
they're not as geeky as like even James Bond. James Bond is pretty geeky when you think about it.
It's geeky. James Bond's geeky.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne isn't really geeky. Is Jason Bourne geeky?
No, I guess though you could count those as not being geeky. Although for me, I would say I'm a huge geek for them. So
yeah.
So I mean, whatever. Yeah, so it's a handful of movies from time to time. Who knows? But yeah, it's hard to say with the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, when you said last night you want to do Maverick, I was like, is he talking about Top Gun? Is he watching Top Gun? I'm so fucking pumped that you were watching it. I was like, finally we can talk about Top Gun.
I messaged you as soon as I was done watching it. I was just like, yeah, do you think we could do Maverick? Just because I was like, fuck, I can't not want. I want to talk about it so badly. It was so fucking good. Like, whew.
Oh yeah, it's a hard 5 out of 5. Like,
yeah, it's like.
And in fact, when you look at other movies that you thought were 5 out of 5s this year, and compared to this, you go, actually, those aren't 5 out of 5s.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, I thought No Way Home was such an amazing movie, but this is a 5 out of 5 movie, and No Way Home, unfortunately, actually,
Yeah, it's still a 5 out of 5.
It's still 5 out of 5.
It's a softer
So
5 out of 5, but it's a
yeah,
5 out of
it's a
5.
soft 5. Yeah, when you said hard 5, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. Because I think I was at a 5, probably at about the 40-minute mark. I was like, this movie is so awesome. Like this, it's already a 5. Like all you're doing now is just either going to continue being a 5
Mhm.
or fuck up and drop down to something.
Yeah.
But I don't see it being anything less
And
than a
how
4.
would they fuck it up? I mean, like, even if Maverick would have died, I don't think that would have brought it down.
In retrospect, yeah, it would have. Like knowing that the ending that we got,
Knowing the ending that we got, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like if they had said like, well, actually there was an alternate ending where Rooster saves Maverick and then the two of them get out of it, and then like everybody lives, nobody dies, then I would have been like, okay, that's the better ending. We should have got that ending. So now, unfortunately, you're not a 5. You're not a hard 5. And also because like everyone was predicting it. I don't think anybody watched that movie thinking that Maverick was going to make it to the end.
Yeah, it felt like a finale, you know, like it really like a sign off for the character. And he got the sign off, and the sign off was taken off with Penny, which was so much better. So much better.
So good, so good. But now the tough part though is does he actually shift? Like, I mean, obviously we're speculating. I don't know for sure that he's doing his retirement run. It might be his retirement from action movies.
That's what I think it is. I think he'll go back to smaller roles, like back,
or he might shift into just like when he was doing like Jerry Maguire.
Or, Jerry Maguire, Vanilla Sky, and
movies where he wasn't
Magnolia.
like
yeah, exactly.
You know,
because he was really great in those roles too. Eyes Wide
Shut. Exactly. Few Good Men, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it might, and that might be the case, because it's hard to envision him like, because first of all, he's not even 60 yet, and to look at him, like there are people that are younger than him that look older than him. To put that
if you see him in interviews now after this movie, he's visually aged, and I think he's aged because of the stress this movie put on him, like keeping it off until it could go to the theaters. And
I think so. I think because you saw the theater, so at the beginning of the movie he does that clip where he like thanks everybody for experiencing this movie, and like 100%, like he looked older there than he did in this movie.
Yes. Yeah.
But then again, also keep in mind that in that clip and in the stuff you see him in, he's not dyeing his hair.
Yeah, he's not dyeing his hair. He hasn't had makeup put on and all that shit.
Well, he probably does have makeup on for like, because in appearances and stuff like that, you have makeup on.
Yeah.
Anytime you're on TV or anything, you have makeup on. But I mean, obviously, it's not to the level of a movie makeup thing.
Yeah.
But even just the fact that he's not dyeing his hair is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it might be just as stepping away from action movies, which makes a lot of sense. But you never know with the fact that this is like, was it 170 million?
Yeah.
So we're almost like what? Fucking almost 5 times the budget.
Yeah. You know that Paramount's just like begging him right now. Can you do one more Top Gun? One more.
Well, because like I said, like there's no way this movie doesn't do $1 billion. So now it's just how much over $1 billion will this movie do, right?
Yeah. Because
they still haven't announced the streaming. And this movie's only been out for what? A month?
I think it's going exclusive to Paramount Plus when it starts streaming.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I think it's got a 60-day. I think this had a 60-day.
Well, yeah, because originally they were going to do 45, and Tom was like, "No fucking way."
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think this movie's only been out for like a month.
Yeah, 1 month actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got
another month.
Another month at least, because it might be a 90-day.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, in 1 month, it made almost $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, fuck it, ride it out as long as you can.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, it becomes how much past $1 billion will it do?
It's not slowing down right now.
No.
It went from 700 to 900 in a flash, like within days.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
Hard to say.
I mean, the only thing I can say is that I don't see it doing 2 for sure.
No, it won't do 2. No,
I'm actually kind of leaning around the 1.3 to 1.5 billion. That's where I'm kind of at, because
I think that's reasonable.
I mean, it's not slowing down, but it will at some point.
It will. It's going to start losing more screens as more big movies come out, right? Like Thor Ragnarok's going to come out and probably take half its screens away.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's already out of the AVX.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
because of Jurassic World, I mean, it was only for a week.
Granted, it was in 2 theaters, because I think there was a 6 o'clock show, a 6:30 show,
yeah,
a 7, and I can't remember if there was anything after that. But that's 3 theaters that are still showing Maverick.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy overall. I'm happy.
I'm so happy. I'm
the
happy.
Movie exceeded my expectations, like just annihilated my expectations, and my expectations are already pretty high. And I generally try to temper them, like even with the Dead Reckoning.
Yeah,
I'm like first of all, that trailer, that official trailer, holy fuck. The teaser was holy fuck, but the official trailer is like, just bring it out now.
It's gonna be so hard to top Fallout. Fallout is such a perfect.
Well, we talked about that, and it's tough because with Rogue Nations, I thought, well, how do you top Rogue Nations?
Yeah,
because Rogue Nations was awesome.
Yeah, but then Fallout came out, and you're like, oh, that's how.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how you do it. You basically just do bigger and better. Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
You know, so now I'm just kind of like, well, how are they going to top? Like, what are they going to do to top it? And it's, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. But I have to say though, I have rewatched Ghost Protocol again recently. It's much better. Like every time I watch that movie now, I feel like I'm liking it more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind Ghost Protocol. I enjoyed Ghost Protocol, especially coming off of 3, because I'm not a fan of that movie. So
yeah, no, and I rewatched that one recently too, and it's like 2 is still the worst for me.
Yeah.
And then it's 3. Then I would say Ghost Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 1, and then of course Rogue Nation, and then Fallout.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, or long story Geek Pants, because that's all we do is long stories. I've got nothing else to say about one of the best movies I've seen all year, and one of the best movies I've seen in quite a while. This is just a phenomenal, like start to finish, great movie.
Yeah, just masterclass. Crazy.
If you haven't seen the first one, you don't need to.
You don't need to. You really don't need to. They do a little bit of flashbacks and talking to catch you up on the important parts of the first movie, and that's it.
They do just enough. They do just enough to set the table to say, hey, this is where it's at. This is what came before. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Do you want to take us out, or do you want me to take it out?
I can do it.
You could I can do it?
I think I can do it.
Hold on. Let me just get a little schmutz off your face there. A little tidy up your forehead. Yep. There we go. You're good.
All right.
Yep. Do use your unboxing voice.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're like very animated with your unboxing voice, and you're just like, look at this. I got my knife. and you do the thing with a knife like every unboxer does, and you cut it open it. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, look at the
Yeah.
packaging on this." Anyway, sorry.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm not
Look at,
making
I got a
fun of you.
mug, and I got an action figure, and I got this. Chris and I used to drink out of these. Yeah, I mean,
We
but,
will
you know, back then, yeah,
eventually at some point. Don't worry.
Eventually.
Unless Kenneth gets one of these branded, because this is the best water bottle I've ever
Ooh.
had in my entire life.
Was that Owala?
Michelle,
Owala?
yeah, Owala. Michelle bought one, swore by it, and then I was like, okay, I'll try it because she swore by it, and it's awesome.
Is that one of those bottles that filters the water?
No, it's not. But here's the thing. Okay, so you got your locking mechanism here,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Handle, naturally. Button to pop up.
Oh.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you could see, but there is a straw in here.
I see the straw.
So the spout, there's two parts to the spout. One is a big hole so that you could chug. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a
there's a little
lip.
sipper. There's a little sipper there.
So the straw is essentially hooked up to there. So look at the angle that I'm at here. Did you see the tilt on that?
Oh, Walla. Unbelievable.
You didn't, because there was no fucking tilt. That's probably one of the few product placements that you'll ever get from us. Oh, Walla water bottles. It's so good. Michelle's bought two. So she bought one.
Yeah.
And then bought another one. And I'm going to be buying another one too.
Wow. Oh, Walla.
Oh, Walla. Oh, wow.
Walla.
I love it. I love it. Hashtag oh Walla. All right, Ken, take us out.
All right, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, all that fun stuff. You can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can watch us right here, see our handsome faces on YouTube. You can listen to our podcasts, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, where they go live as soon as the YouTube video goes live. And you can check us out on geekpantsmedia.com, where I do some writing and Chris Fedek does some writing. And Chris has written once and it was fantastic. So you should just search down until you see that one. There's a Superman pulling the shirt. You'll see it. You got to read it.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
It's Gary Frank art.
It's a beauty.
It's one of my favorite pictures too.
As
it's
soon as you wrote that, and I had
pictures.
to put an image with it, I was like, it's that one. I searched for that image.
Which I was like, man, that's fucking crazy cool that you did that. Because I was like, I couldn't have picked a better picture. But that's like one of my all-time favorite pictures, that one.
Yeah, it's a great
so
one.
Good. Laters on the Menjays, everyone.